Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Badanam and I'm the Secretary General of PS-Core. If you are new here, PS-Core stands for People for Successful Korean Reunification. We are an NGO based in Seoul and an international community working together for a future where human rights come first in the reunification of North and South Korea. If you'd like to know more about us, check out our website, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. You will find our project, stories, and people there. Joining me today are friends from around the world. We will look at North Korea's media, culture, and everyday life and share how these stories appear from different perspectives. Let's start with quick introductions. Elena, do you want to start?
Hello, I'm Alina. I'm from Italy. I'm 24 years old, and I have a background in international studies and international security.
Hello, my name is Hyunji Park, and I'm from South Korea, and I'm majoring in French, Political Science, and Education, and I'm really interested in talking about North Korean topics today here.
Hello, my name is Sabrina. I'm from Belgium and I have a background in international relations, and I'm also very interested to hear what everyone brought today as media.
Then let's move on to the next issue. This is Pyongyang Times, one of the North Korean websites.
I decided to also show you guys the website of the only official English and French newspaper from North Korea. So this is a state-controlled newspaper, and the Pyongyang Times was founded in 1965. It is the English/French translation of the Pyongyang Shinmun, which is the Korean version. So you would find this newspaper in English or French in Pyongyang, in hotels or at the airport or during flights that enters North Korea. I wanted to ask you guys if you see anything interesting just from the first page of the newspaper.
I think revolutionary activities sound very intriguing. So it makes me a bit curious to see what are revolutionary activities. I think that looks very special. I definitely don't think other newspapers have revolutionary activities as a category, so that's very special.
And to further analyze and see how the news are written, and I wanted to show one article, the revolutionary activities. Yes, so one thing that we can see at the top is that the section about the revolutionary activities is actually highlighted between the other topics. And also, if we look at this article, well, the first thing we see is this picture of Kim Jong-un with labor innovators and meritorious persons during the celebrations of the 77th founding anniversary of the DPRK. What would you guys do if you took a picture of a politician from your country? How would you feel? Would you do anything special with this picture?
I don't think for me personally I would care so much for a picture with my politicians in my country. And I also don't think this would be news in my country. It would be just something that a politician does, but there's no reason for it to be a revolutionary activity. But I think I would be okay with a picture, but I'm fine with not having a picture, definitely.
Yeah, for example, like in Italy, in your country, when high politician showing his picture with their people and naming it revolutionary activity,
Yes.
revolutionary visit to your house, what will you say?
I'm not sure people would be really convinced that these activities are revolutionary. They might make fun of this politician. And I don't think the people in the picture would think that much about it. But instead, North Koreans think that having a picture with Kim Jong-un is very, very honorable. And some of them would print their pictures with him and make a giant copy of it and hang it in the walls in their homes. So this is very honorable for the people in the picture. And then if we look at the actual article, there is something that you can notice without even looking at the article. which is the fact that the name Kim Jong-un is always bigger or in a different font or bolded. What impressions do you guys have about this? Is this the same in South Korea and in Belgium?
Oh, that's very different from South Korea because you would not emphasize a politician's name in an article. I mean, for picture-wise, yes, I would take picture with the politician. If I see them on the street, I did. Like, even if I'm not supporting that party, or even if I do, I would just take a picture with him and post it on social media. Hey, I met this guy. But I wouldn't like print a big picture and post it at my house because it's kind of creepy if I do that. And also like having to emphasize the president's or the leader of the country's name in articles like that, it's kind of very weird for me because they're just human beings like us. So why would you have to put such an importance or emphasis on their names? They're just names.
Yeah, and I think in my country, newspapers and all the news outlets, they have a responsibility to be impartial. So they cannot call someone, oh, the respected and the comrade. It is just Kim Jong-un. And this newspaper is definitely not impartial. And I think highlighting his name in a bigger font is almost like making a mind trick so that all your attention goes to the name and you don't focus on all the rest.
I think that if this would happen in a Western newspaper, people would think that it is almost silly or funny, I would say. But for them, it's just normal.
For them, it is very serious for them.
Yes.
With bigger bigger font and font size.
Yeah. And if you actually read any article, this was just one of them, but you would notice that the language a bit weird, I would say, maybe for us, because, well, I don't know how it is written in Korean, but in English at least, there are so many adjectives and the sentences are super long. And some of them are not even easy to understand because they are so long. And they really emphasize the greatness of the leader, the greatness of the country, the greatness of any activity that they do.
The people in this picture, they will definitely print this picture and hang it on the wall. And also there were some people who actually meet them and touch him. It will be very changing their social status as well. They call it 접견자. 접견자 means who met the leader. So we have a North Korean defector there. 접견자가 어떻게 달라지나요? 접견자 혹은 이런 사진 찍은 사람은 어떻게 달라지는지 조금 설명 좀 해주시겠어요?
함부로 건드리지 못하죠. 누구도 감히.
김정은을 직접 만났던 사람은 뭐 잘못될 일이 없는, 뭘 잘못해도 피해를 받지 않는 거죠.
어디 가도 이제 프리패스, 신의 허가를 받은 사람.
접견자는 그런 정도이고, 이런 사진 정도 찍는 건 조금 다르죠?
개별 사진 찍으면은 이게 프리패스라고 봐요.
그게 접견자고.
네.
네, 이렇게
단체 사진은
단체 사진은 그냥 영광.
거의 대부분 사람들이 그렇게 수령과 많이 찍었기 때문에 그거 가지고는 어디 가서 내보일 수가 없는 거죠.
그냥 집안의 영광으로 the family treasure. These pictures will be their family treasure. 어렸을 때 그 사진을 보면서는 어떤 생각이 들었어요? 뭐 고웃음 쳤다고는 하지만 그래도 저기 정말 대단한 건가? 이런 생각이 들지 않았어요?
외부 정보를 몰랐을 때는 대단하다고 생각했죠. 어디 가도 친구들한테 자랑거리가 됐었는데요. 이제 한국 방송이나 외국 미디어를 접하고 난 후에는 저 수령은 신이 아니고 인간이다라는 생각을 하는 순간 그게 다 무너졌죠. 인간이 인간하고 사람 찍는 무슨 영광이지? 사진을 찍는데 그런 생각이 들면서 거기에 대한 이제 자랑스러움이라는 영광스러움 이런 감정이 아예 없어졌죠.
Do you want to add some more comments on this news? Anything?
Yes, well, I think for anybody watching, if you are interested in exploring the website yourself, unless you're in South Korea, I would suggest to do so and look at the differences between their official news and your country's official news. And I think you will find some. Yeah, you can think about it.
Okay, thank you. That's it for today's discussion. Thank you so much for joining us as we explored how North Korean media presents its leader and what that means when we look at it from different perspectives. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next episode. We'd also love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments, and how do you see these differences between North Korean media and what you experience in your own country? This is just the beginning. In upcoming episodes, we will dive into North Korean dramas, cartoons, and even personal testimonies from North Korean defectors. So stay tuned, and we have a lot more to uncover together. Thank you again for watching, and we will see you in the next episode of Inside and Outside North Korea.